Roots to Wellbeing uses the 5 ways to wellbeing to support your mental health. Connect, take notice, keep learning, be active and give. Thanks for watching.
My name's Vicki. I teach poet in Harlow on a Monday evening. I've decided to come out today and share a little bit of poet with you. We're celebrating Mental Health Week this week, and obviously a lot of us are still on lockdown. So I thought I'll show you a few little tips and tricks. It might be something that you want to do. You can make poet easily at home. I'm going to give you a little demo first, and then I'm going to teach you some basic things. So I'll go into the demo. And they're really nice, these ones. They float, they look really pretty, and they're brilliant for your arms as well. Do like really different kinds of things. These are just really simple tricks that I'm showing you. Okay, so if we start off with one of the most basic tricks, which is one of the first ones that I learned, it's called the butterfly. It looks really pretty. And it's really simple with a little bit of practice. So we're going to start off, we're going to bring your right arm in front of you first, which is heart centered, see from the side. And you're going to start just by swinging the poi around in front of you in a circle. Now if you flick your wrist back away from you, that's going to give you a different angle. It still looks like it's going in a circle in front of me, but actually what's happening is that when you flip the poi backwards, it's coming towards me, and when I flip it forwards, it's going away from me, which is going to make it nice and easy so that we don't get so tangled when we're practicing doing it with 2. Now for muscle memory, I advise you to practice with both arms doing it singularly first. It's nice easy flicks as well, so it's really good for your arms. So now we're going to try with 2. When you first start doing it, please don't worry if you get them tangled, it's absolutely natural. I would advise getting a pair of long socks or old tights and putting some rice in the bottom with them, tie them in a knot and practicing with those, because they don't tangle as easily as these thin strings. So if I show you again, you're going to have your left arm out in front of you. Now for me, what's most comfortable is that my left arm comes forward a little bit more. Again, my wrist is away from my body. And then my right arm, it looks like they're directly above each other, but actually they're not. If you go to the side, maybe you can see that they're at different, there's a slight angle between them. So coming back round, if you start swinging them like this, one of my arms is lower, one of my arms is higher, and they're slightly apart. Now as you get better and better at this, you will be able to do it above. It's just a nice simple trick, and it looks really effective. And you can go both ways as well. And then after that you can go into something called threading the needle, which is where you move arms. It's just another different technique. Okay, so the next one that I learnt to do is called a figure of 8, and this really helps. It's actually called a forwards weave, but you start off by doing a figure of 8, and that really helps with learning a good forward weave. I'm going to show you the 2-bit weave first, because it's a lot less complicated. So you start off by bringing your right arm up over behind you, across your body, front, again over your left. So you're literally doing a figure of 8 on its side. You do that a few times. Now if you're not used to doing poi, it can be a bit wary on the arms, but persist with it. Again, for good muscle memory, I would advise doing both arms. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring them together. Now I find this helped me to learn to be able to do this. start off again slowly. Do your figure of 8. They do get tangled at first, that's completely natural. And as you get more used to it, your arms will naturally want to cross over, and this is how you get this nice effect. Okay, now the next one I want to show you is called the windmill or the helicopter, and you literally bring your right arm up round your body, behind your head in a circle. It's like a figure of 8, but what you're doing is that you're coming behind the head, round, and then you're crossing in the middle of the body where your heart centre is. So round and down. It's just a little twist in front of you. And then the same with the left. And then this simple move ends up looking like this. And I love this move. It's really gentle. Really simple. Okay, next I'm going to show you the corkscrew, which is very much like the one I just showed you, and that's where you go behind the head and then low in front of you. So you're a lot lower. And you can really move your body about with this as well and have some fun. Anything that you learn, I would suggest that you learn the alternative way for good muscle memory and to break your tricks up. Next, I'm going to show you a stool. So this is where you have your poi, which is great for contact poi. You just pull them up and then back. Now these are really good for learning to turn, which is really important when you're learning poi, because you want to be able to move about with your tricks so that you can turn away. So to be able to do a turn, what we're going to do is we're going to swing our poi forwards like this, and then we're going to move our feet in front of us and away from our body, which are going to allow a nice smooth turn with your hips, your arms down, swinging, and then when you get to the other side, you're going to be pulling your poi backwards. So you've moved from going forwards to backwards. And then to get back the other way, you're going to do the same again. You're going to put your feet ready. This time though, you're going to lift your arms in the air and move while your arms are still in the air, and then you're going forwards again. So if we do that nice and slowly now, you pull in your poi forwards, twisting your feet, your hips, brushing the poi down in a loop, swooping in front of you, and then when you get to here, you're naturally going backwards. It's the momentum of the movement that gets you going backwards. And to go back again, move your feet, your hips, arms up in the air, stop moving, and then bring them down in front of you. And then after a while, you can do this in one fluid movement, which looks really, really nice. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to show you this movement, which is again, it's your figure of 8. A lot of movements are based on figure of 8s and geometric patterns. So you literally bring your poi as with the corkscrew.
Morning.
Morning.
Right.
Just like this. And you're going to do the same again with the other one, but in the opposite direction. So you're bringing up above around your head, down in front, flicking the wrist, so you've got a nice figure of 8. You're going to have your right arm at the top and your left hand at the bottom as you're doing this. This is a little bit more of an advanced movement, so please don't worry if it's difficult. And it's almost like you're scissoring your arms, doing figure of 8s. It's brilliant for your arms. And then once you get into those, you can do butterflies, figure of 8 butterflies, forwards and behind your head. they're just some of the basic poi moves. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed doing it. Get out in the sunshine, get out in your garden, go to the woods. Like I said, get some old socks. I'll do a little tutorial on how to make them. It's really easy. And if you're interested, then drop me a line. Thank you.
If you feel inspired and want to learn ways to support your mental health, please subscribe to our channel. Or you can find us at www.rootstowellbeing.org. And if you would like to get involved in future videos, please contact hello@rootstowellbeing.org. Thank you.